Hi, and welcome.
I'm Z,
And I'm Keith.
and we're going to tell you about the movie that we just watched. But first, a little bit of a heads up.
Some of the movies we watch deal with heavy subject matters.
In order to talk about these emotionally delicate things and the heavy subject matters that we sometimes cover, we add humor and crude language to add some levity and to process our own trauma.
If that doesn't feel fun or safe for you, we completely understand. Please take care of yourself first and foremost.
And we spoil the end of pretty much every movie that we watch.
Now you know. On with the show.
Not really, but they were leftover tamales, and they were very delicious. That's always the good sound check.
Yeah.
Ask people what they had for
The
breakfast.
quick brown fox fucked your mother.
While jumping over the lazy dog.
Log.
Oh. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
Lipsum. What's the one there?
Gypsum?
The text they use for. It became the standard for like graphic design or like website design.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a pluribus unum, right?
No, that's incorrect.
Oh, okay.
Caveat emptor. Excelsior!
Sever
welcome back,
ubi,
Sven.
sub ubi.
It's been.
Oh, what?
This is your quickest revisit. I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
It's just,
I guess so. Yeah. I just
right.
wanted to
Great.
sneak it in before the end of the year, maybe
Well,
be...
Except
Well,
it's gonna
for
be
the
next
listeners,
season.
it's the beginning.
But for me,
Well, that's
it's like I get to share the end of my 2025 with y'all.
Aw.
I was
Or-
like, it's 2020. Nope, it's not.
Not yet.
I don't know what year it is.
Doesn't matter.
That's fair.
It's all the same.
That's fair.
And this is one you suggested.
Oh, wait. Have we started already?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry.
And we're live.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, it's all right.
Didn't mean it. I wasn't trying to pull a fast one.
Yeah, we
Oh,
weren't trying
no,
to pull a
that's
fast
fine.
one. I often hit record in the middle of someone talking just because I think it's funny for it to
To get
start
the
in the
in
middle
media
of.
res.
Sure.
Actually,
So
it's
breakfast tamales.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Tamales de desayuno.
Isn't that tomorrow? No. That's mañana. Sorry, kids. No.
Fuck off. Yeah, we.
How dark is your crystal?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Crystal light.
Yeah, sorry. This was one that I suggested.
What made you want?
Oh yeah, what's your history?
Yeah.
I think that this would definitely be one of the
Excuse me.
well, this was probably also one of the few VHS cassettes that whatever you call them,
Okay.
that had been recorded off of cable or something like that I probably watched ad nauseum,
Nice.
as one would, and that includes like The Black Hole and of course not Millennium. That one was one that just kind of showed up on WGN or something like that in the afternoon. But certainly it was one that I watched a lot, and I've always had a soft spot for the Jim Henson, like,
Yeah.
Muppet thing. I in watching this today, I was kind of shocked about the idea of willing suspension of disbelief, because it's like, yeah, they're all puppets. And then there's a few spots where you're like, okay, yeah, that's just from the back, some real human doing some kind of movement.
Uh-huh.
But the ability to kind of shut off that part in your brain that's just like, that doesn't work, or that's not how real life things, and then you just get absorbed kind of in the story. I think it's a pretty good story overall, and like it's done really well. And I was like, that was 82?
Right.
Like, right? Like, what is that, 43 years? No, I don't.
Yeah.
Somebody mathed that for me. But
43. Yeah.
yeah, it's just, long time ago. Anyway, that was my long explanation of why I kind of picked
Not a
it.
long explanation.
Oh, would you like it to be? No. Yeah, it's just one of those things that like I remember.
But you first saw it at home, not in a theater.
I did not see it in the theater. I guess I didn't really go out to the theater that much. It was just, whatever you would rent or bring home or somebody would have. But yeah, I do remember watching that a lot. And I love the fact that some of it was kind of not gory isn't the right word, but I look at like the scientist, like that thing he creeps me out. I'm like, is that like his back that's exposed? It's like, the Skeksis.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like we're jumping the gun here, but
we don't like to do that here.
Sorry. But yeah, just like some of just their physical qualities of the Skeksis were just really effective as these creepy, really just, I don't know. But it was funny, not to jump to the very end, but in the credits, they all had names of what they were. And I was like, so they had, of course, we had Chamberlain, right? Which is the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
basically,
but so one of the things that made me laugh is that I think this is the right character, but when they're all sitting at the table eating, and the one they have like their little forks on their fingers, and there's the one that's like or whatever, and there's one that was actually named the Gourmand. So I was like, I don't know. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting, but now that I've derailed us onto the Skeksis, but
now that I've derailed us onto talking about the movie.
It
is unusual for us to actually be talking about the movie so soon.
Oh, my bad. Okay, wait, sorry. It's a cool winter day outside.
No, I'd never seen it, and it was a movie that I feel like I would get it sort of confused with Labyrinth. When I was younger, I didn't really understand what the difference was between the two. And I thought Dark Crystal was, for some reason, I'm just as a little kid, I thought like Dark Crystal was like a ripoff of the Labyrinth or like one of them. I thought they were much more related than they are. And and even when you were talking about doing the Dark Crystal, I was like, oh yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time. And I was like, nope, I'm thinking of Labyrinth. I've never seen the Dark Crystal. Like I get them confused for no real reason. But like there was some shit in there. And I was like, if I had watched this as a kid, oh my God. Like when the dude is like, I'm the emperor. And then like, I was like, holy shit. I was like, this is genuinely terrifying. Like it was jarring. I was like, I would have loved this movie if I had seen it as a kid because it would have freaked my shit out and that would have excited me. But I was like, oh my God, like some of it is like so scary. I'm like, this is a crazy, but like the intricacies of like every little thing, I was like, God, this is an amazing. It was amazing to watch it. Like the scene when they're in Agra's place, and it's just like the planets going around and shit. I was like, oh my God, I'm like that's like real. That's they built that. Like that shit is like happening. And then when like she's talking and like it's going around and she's having to like duck. To not get hit.
Every time she moves, she's like,
and like
they ever squat down sometimes.
Yeah,
she just looks like she's gonna take a shit. Yeah. But like even that, I'm like, they had to choreograph even that. I was like, oh my God, so much fucking thought went into this, and it was like it's so wild to think how much care went into movies. Even just like 40 years ago that are just not, I mean, now it's just, they're like, well, let's green screen it and we'll do it all in post. And it's like.
There's an art to placing the motion capture dots on this.
It's just like, it's wild that this kind of thing is so.
Well,
Like,
to be
just
fair,
complete-
it's what set it apart at its time, too.
Well, yeah,
you know?
no, that's what I mean. I just mean like this kind of thing, like you couldn't do something like this today.
You couldn't make this movie.
No, but seriously, you couldn't. And
You
it's
couldn't get it funded, for sure.
exactly that's what I mean. That's what I
Well,
mean.
and I think Henson ended up paying for a lot of it out of pocket.
Probably. I can imagine.
Well, it was like him and Frank Oz. I
Yeah.
think were the two big
Yeah.
forces behind it. You were saying like these extra efforts to make things realistic. I love the fact that there's so many things in the scenes that they could have left out, but it also gives it a certain realistic quality about it. Like, I screw up the name. Those beetle things, the Gartham, something like that. Like when they're just moving down those hallways, they have like little mice-like creatures that are like running around in the hallways, as part of it. I'm like, you don't need to do that, but it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like, we should totally have mice running around or whatever, but
Those are what the Skeksis have for dessert.
yes, for
Isn't it?
dessert. Oh yeah,
They just like roll.
yes,
I think that's how they're moving.
yes, with the little like oars on either
Yeah.
side that are or whatever. Well, you're welcome for that mouth noise of mine. But no, I do. There's even, how do I say this? There's something about like in the 80s they did some of those steampunky kind of qualities, like that model of the universe or whatever that was, the solar system, whatever. The way that it looked, kind of that brassy quality, and the way it functioned, and the way that it sounded, and then even
It's very
as I
Jules
said earlier,
Verne, right?
yeah, and the scientist guy with like whatever I had no idea.
That
It's like all this
ice
mechanical
going on,
stuff, and I don't know. Yeah, it's just
Even when at the beginning when they have the stone trial by stone or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Trial by stone. Trial by stone! Trial by stone! Slaves, ready for stone! Get out there! Move! Trial by stone!
And the one that loses, and they strip him, but like you see that like their entire this is what it seemed like to me. Their entire wardrobe seems to be not like put together. Like what what I gathered, or the mythology that I built watching them like undress him, basically was like it's not something that they put on every day. It's not like this is the outfit I'm wearing today, or like this is the piece I'm wearing today. It's more like they've built it over time, over things that they've taken from other people, or things that they've found, things that they've done. So like all of these things are like, because they were like, nothing like seemed to cover their whole bodies. Like they'll have like
no
a
single
rope.
piece.
Yeah. They might have a
And
rope.
also,
but, like,
if they've ever had a, like I feel like the scientist guy, maybe it wasn't, but like if they ever have like a carapace looking thing, like a spiny thing on their back, it looks small. You're right. It's like too small for them.
It was, and like they have armor like around their bellies. But like it comes out because like their bellies stick out, so like the armor comes out. And it's really interesting because like it seems like at the end when the two creatures merge and you have the ones that are like really low to the ground and like that come from
the mystics.
Yeah, thank you. They're like they're so low to the ground, and then the Skeksis are like kind of
Somewhat more
taller.
upright,
And when they merge, the Skeksis go down and the mystics or whatever come up. And I'm like, oh right, they're like they're showing you like that they're like, I mean they're I feel like they're pretty obvious with it from the very beginning when they're like, there's 10 Skeksis, there's 10 mystics, and one of them is dying, whatever. And like,
the one guy that just evaporates in flames.
Well, that's the one thing that I noticed. Like the mystics, they just kind of disappear, and then the Skeksis like leave, dust or whatever. I was kind of thinking about like those do seem like the mystics were about not interfering, or that they were living in quote unquote peace. And then the Skeksis were all about how they were just overcoming everything and being violent and evil. But I don't know. Actually, for the first time watching this again, I thought about how the mystics, I'm like, yeah, they're all kind of holy and spiritual or whatever you want to call them, and salt of the earth kind of people. I know that's kind of a weird term, but or a problematic term, but like I also was like, why couldn't if it was so important for the mystics to be good and make a change, that they did nothing? Like that there's also kind of a fault in that. There was
for sure.
There was like an inaction. And that was something that wasn't necessarily apparent to me as a kid, you know?
As a little child,
you know what I mean? Because we always want to like paint things as so like black and white, and that's exactly what that did.
Absolutely.
But then there's like,
it's definitely how it's set up.
We kind of need that gray.
But also the unspoken thing to me when it's, we'll get it. This is where it connects to this.
Okay.
The unspoken thing about like, if you're being split into two halves, and if one half is good and the other is evil, if you reunite, if it's unified, that doesn't mean evil goes away.
Right. Yeah.
It's just in balance. So, I mean, this is getting nitpicky about the cosmology of this fantastical world. Like, okay, well, these traits are embodied in the Skeksis. These traits are embodied in the mystics. That's still a balance. They're still cohabitating, technically.
Yeah.
And then they unify and just dip out. So, like, have fun, you two gelflings that are left and pod people or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Right.
Yeah.
At least there's a boy and
sister babies.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll save the race.
Yeah.
I thought something that I was thinking about.
It's Jen and Kira, not Ken and Mira.
Something though that I was thinking about with the Skeksis is that what I took away, and this is what makes me better than both of you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, probably.
To me, it wasn't. To me, I think it's. I didn't see them as being good or evil.
Right.
I didn't see that or good and bad. I didn't see that. I saw them as like approaching things opposite. Like I saw them as more opposite than they were like doing something good or doing something bad, because like the mystics are all like basically like whatever happens is going to happen. Like they start their journey to the castle. And like they know what's going to happen. They're just walking there. They're just in their own time. While the Skeksis are like, we have to kill the Gelfling so that we stay. But everything that they do seemingly is out of total fear of and trying to prevent something from happening that they don't have control over. Right. So it's like this total panic, this total while the mystics are like, well, whatever happens, man. But seemingly they're like, you know, one of them literally dies and they don't even like look over. They're just like go, you know, I feel like what you're seeing is like
they're the Ents, right?
Kind of, but I see like the mystics were very much like, you can't change anything, so why try?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like
kind of a Buddhist.
Right. Yeah. But like sort of
Taoist.
like, yeah. And the Skeksis are like, we have to control everything. So like the medium of that is like knowing when to, you know, let go and let Skeksis, and knowing when to, you know.
I mean, I was even let go and let Skeksis.
Let go and let Skeksis.
No, I when you were saying that they don't even seem to care, there's that whole thing where Chamberlain gets cut his
Yeah.
hand cut,
Right.
and then the mystic's just walking. You see it like the blood starts
Yeah.
showing up. He's like, "So my hand," you
Yeah.
know, and then just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
carrying on." No, that was the only.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I decided that I think my two favorite characters are the
Okay.
little furball.
Yes.
Of course,
Yes.
he's like the chihuahua that has the little baby tantrums.
Yes.
Yes.
Which absolutely great. But
Love
then
it.
I can't remember. I'll totally Ogra. Yes, Algra. Because I was like whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
which was she was labeled as a keeper of secrets was the extra.
That's
but
Right.
Oh.
she had this whole I don't give a fuck kind of thing about her too, which I absolutely loved. But yeah. Oh, now I'm forgetting the quote that she said. But oh yeah, he's like, so where is the master or whatever? And he's like, well, he's dead. Oh well, then he could be anywhere.
then. Yeah, that was good.
But
I liked her swanging titties.
Right?
The big old nipples that she
Yeah,
had.
we talked about how
what's
she's
up with that?
she's black coated.
Almost.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh shit.
That's how I read. Well, I thought I thought she was maybe even Aboriginal coded in features, African American in demeanor, maybe, and I don't know,
Yeah.
as sort of like a hoodoo keeper,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so I just want to point this out because Henson, presumably in writing the tale, he came up with the story.
Mm-hmm.
Was inspired somewhat by the Seth materials, which are a series of books written by Jane Roberts, who channeled a post-corporeal being named Seth.
Okay.
And Seth talked about the division of the separating of, like, that there's two selves that we've got to reunite, reunify our separate. That modern humans have become split, basically, and so you gotta, like, the materialistic is put forward and does most of the acting, and the more peaceful and what have you is subsumed. Anyway, so Jim Henson took a lot of inspiration from.
I've also heard like there's the whole like they're referencing like the Masons and stuff like that. But I don't know enough about Masonic whatchamajigger. Uh-oh, they're going to come get me. Just
We're
to
not in
know
the
that
UK, so-
actually like what relates, but there's that kind of like the
I just looked it up because I'm like, there's definitely a Chamberlain in UK history that's of note. Neville Chamberlain was Prime Minister, and he during the 30s, and he was the one that was at the helm who said, we should probably just, let's play nice with the Third Reich. We should probably just. So, which is kind of the role
yeah.
the character does, right? He's like, please make peace. Come with me.
Yeah. And friends.
Except that he's if we're to take, given this was made in the West, the allegory is the Skeksis are the baddies and more akin to the Nazis, then it's more like someone from the Third Reich coming and saying,
Right.
rather than. But I think it's more accurate to actual history.
Huh.
Yeah.
Gloop, 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 gloop.
The Gelflings stand out given the intricacy of every other
Yeah.
puppet.
Yeah.
Their faces are so unexpressive. They're so static.
I just
By
like
comparison,
how
they
they're
kept reminding me of
they're
the.
so like scrawny, but they're all neck.
Well, they have to be because they're.
I know, but it's very funny to me.
It just made me think of the, like, I don't know if you've ever seen any like 60s like super marionation shows,
Oh God.
Right.
like we're Team USA or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The-
Yeah,
the-
what was it?
yeah.
The Thunderhawk, whatever.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't remember.
those-
Thunderbolts
Bolts, something
or
like that.
whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh my God. The fucking thing where like
Z kept losing it when they. Yeah.
whenever they like
it's pure Muppet.
Whenever they walk, they're like,
yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's so fucking funny to me.
Like
They're
they walk with their shoulders. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's so fucking like their heads just bounce. It's so fucking funny. Like it's oh man. And when they're dancing, they're like,
Well, and I read too that like I thought that was humorous because if there were shots where the humans would have been exposed, right? Like they walked on their knees to give the Gelflings a more natural gait. I'm like, that's not going to help you.
No.
oh my God.
And apparently, I'll have to get off mic to demonstrate this, but like the mystics in particular were very hard because the heads are operated in a hand. Your hand is in there, so to do them, they had to be like this, holding up the.
Oh yeah. Well, and they had like 6 limbs.
You're right. Henson said he could only do it for like 10 seconds at a time.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. I could. Yeah. That's why there's these short shots of them moving.
Yeah.
And also the Garthim or whatever, the beetle guys.
Yeah.
That shit
yeah.
was so heavy that they had like racks that they would just rest people on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But those are great. Those just reminded me of like a kaiju, like
Sure.
Japanese.
I just like that anytime like they were doing anything, they were like,
Yeah, they're just they look so polite because they're just, like,
yeah.
when the mystics show up to the castle finally, and they're just the 2 guards, and they're just.
And then you just have
And then
to
they
do
turn
some
the
throat
hats
singing.
backwards.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think it's interesting though that a lot of the scenes in there are about balance, even when it's not about the mystics or the Skeksis. Like you have, remember when whatever Jen. Yep, thank you. Yeah, I'm the one that brought this movie, but I can't remember it.
No, I know. I kept being like, it's Jem,
No,
right?
yeah.
And I was like, Jem?
None of the words are. I was never confident
Sure.
just hearing them. Gartham, I never.
I was like,
I-
Gotham? What?
Yeah, exactly. And the Skeksis even, I felt like got pronounced differently at different times.
I'm
Skeksis?
so Skeksy.
I'm too
Too
Skeksis.
Skeksy for my.
What are they? Oh, yeah.
But it. I'm thinking of a few where it was this idea of balance, even besides the 2 characters of the mystics and the Skeksis.
Uh-huh.
Is there's where Jem falls into he's sitting in the mud or whatever, and then she calls to that
Yeah.
that frog or whatever to like lift him up. And then it's like the frog is being helpful and like, oh, he's out in nature and has the 2 babies on either side. And then it flips over to that's what they're serving for
Yeah.
dinner at the Skeksis, whatever that was, banquet,
Yeah.
whatever.
End of times.
But yeah, it's just this like kind of the life and then the death kind of existing, coexisting.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. And the whole way that Kira and Jen talk to each other about, one is very like, oh, the math, the science and whatever. And then Jen's all like, Kira's all about, connecting with nature. And like, I don't know if that it just felt like that was something that kept happening. It was like, look, see, everything's, even though they're out of balance, they're in balance because these 2 things exist at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I liked it when they find the writing and she's like, what is it? And he's like, it's writing.
And what are those funny marks?
Oh, this is all writing.
What's writing?
Words that stay. My master told me.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a really,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's, I don't know. It's just like stuff like that where I was like, oh, that's cool. Like not really thinking about, like they don't know how to read and they don't know, like there's a lot of things like that they
Right.
just didn't. I think little tiny things like that were like like what you said, like they didn't have to put that in there. They didn't need to put that in there, but they put that in there as like, you know, what things could like fall that you like fall to the side that you wouldn't even think about. Like someone might not even know what writing is, and you couldn't just be like, oh, writing, and they're like, oh, I don't know how to write. Like if you didn't know what writing was, you wouldn't be like, I don't know how to do that. You'd be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So like there's just little things like that they had in there that it was like, oh, this is really interesting. And like the intricacies of like every little place, you know, how they just have scenes where they're just like showing you like the bog or showing you like the woods, and there's just little tiny things that like there was no need to put that in there.
Oh yeah.
And some of those creatures are wild.
Yeah.
Like they got the little helicopter things that are just sitting there and they're just wiggling, and then all of a sudden it's like and they fly off, and it's like so not necessarily.
Yeah.
Well, and I mentioned earlier about the willing suspension of disbelief, but I think my mind flipped back and forth between of like, well, how did you do that as practical, like as a practical effect? How was that accomplished? I'm like, did these little things actually fly? Like, I mean, did they actually operate as like little battery things that would kick in and just fly up, or like what was going on that made them? Because I'm like, I kind of was looking. I'm like, I don't see any wires or anything like that, but I don't know. And watch, we'll learn later. Keith will probably bring up that it was actually filmed upside down, and then they just they dropped them off, and then they flew that way.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you for the black. Well, it was because in the black hole, that was how they did a lot of the stuff of them.
Oh right.
You know, being suspended that way, but no, it just I'm always like, this is like people who are watching like on monitors to see where their character is, because it's like you in your brain you're like, oh well, that character can see because they have eyeballs, you know, and it's a very
specifically the Skeksis was operated by like a minimum 3 people.
Yeah,
and one of them was wearing a monitor so they could see.
Wow.
What was outside?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, and when they can even like look at one another or like respond and treat it like where there actually looks like they're connecting, which if you think about it, it's like, it's really, it would be hard for my 2 hands here, even if I drew faces on them, to be like, have you really see them as if they were connecting?
Yeah. Absolutely. And then again, like you were talking about when we were talking about Shawnee and listening on a phone, it's like the medium of film, you know, as much as we love it, like that's not the same as seeing it in person, you know. That has a flattening effect. So for it to be able to translate through the multiple layers of
well, I was thinking about that too. I was like, they have to, like, you know, with Agra and the machine, I'm like, did they choreograph like every thing that they did? Like they choreographed like every place that the puppets went? Did they like
probably
have all the, and I was like, that's so much work. Like, you know, I know that like, you know, in regular filmmaking, you know, you have like marks that you have to hit, you know, and you're supposed to go, but you know, they don't have to be like, okay, you're going to walk here, and you know, they're not like having to choreograph every single movement that someone's doing. They're just telling you like, okay, you walk in here and you go to there, like, and you do it however you do it, you know. But like if you're doing like, if the whole thing is puppets, it's like, okay, this one has to be here when this one says this, and then you come in here, and then this, and then and like
and
every
it's also
little
like
thing,
where the camera is, because
and like you know
most of the sets too are going to be what's on the screen. You know, like there's all the human action is down here because the puppets are what we're seeing.
And there's just like it was a long shot of the banquet table. And there was like, I was like noticing that like there's more space on one side of the banquet table than on the other, like in the shot. And I was like obsessed with that. I was like halfway paying attention to what they were actually saying, because I'm like, why did they do it that way? I'm like, why isn't it even? And I'm like, you know, with everything being so particular, like why wasn't Like, why wasn't the banquet table
wasn't
shot
not a
evenly?
choice.
Yeah, and I'm like, is this just something that got cropped differently because of when it was transferred, or I don't know. I'm like, so I was like, everything is so intentional. Like, was this intentional? Was this intentional? Why was it And so I was like, ugh. I was just staring at it, like being like, why did you do that? Because everything in this movie was so like, even down to like the little tiny like things in the grass that you don't see all of.
Yeah.
Like everything's so intentional. So I
No,
was
the
like,
first when I think it's when right before Jin encounters Kira or whatever, when he first gets to the forest or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The extremely lush part, and we just get that long pan where
Yeah.
everything's
Yeah.
it's I think it's even different. It's
Yeah.
another scene from the one you referenced with the little hydras or whatever. But it's just like it's basically showing off, like, let's see how many things we can make
yeah.
puppetable.
Yeah.
And it was great. I love it.
Well, and I think part of that too was that also supposed to demonstrate like life is going on and life is like vibrant and there's so much life out there besides what's happening between these two sides.
Apparently one of the big things they wanted to do was create a world where there was nothing human. But I'm like, okay, but then why'd you make your main guys bipedal and...
But maybe that was because they thought it wouldn't be relatable. Like you couldn't...
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you couldn't see yourself
I mean, I guess they were
characters.
being literal in that they just didn't want any human characters. And
Yeah.
It was all puppets.
Yeah. Oh, you mean... Like, I see. Yeah, so it's like nothing. You don't have any quote unquote live action.
Maybe I misread the
people.
intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't mean nothing humanoid. They meant
They meant
no live action humans on set or on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's funny they have that whole the meeting of Fezziwig or whatever. I'm gonna say his name. Fezzig. No.
Feg.
Fizzgig. Yes, there it is. Like they have the introduction is a jump scare, which it's. I didn't really have a point.
All he
I guess
is a jaw with two eyes. I like when he's he's thrown a hissy fit because she's like, you can't come with.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, that actually, I was going to bring that up. I'm like, there were some things where I was like, okay, that you could have been a little bit. Yes, the landstriders. That was cool. But what I laughed about was when she finally said, "Okay, fine, you can come." It was like, yeah, somebody must have just tossed.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of scenes with him like that.
Just toss him on up there.
And as Z pointed out, when they're climbing up after they fall off, after they have the encounter, the fight with the Gartham or whatever it is, and they go over the cliff, and then they're climbing out, and there's a long shot where he's just like jumping at her. And he's like, clearly it's just like on a rubber band or something stuck to the puppet because it just keeps going.
Yeah.
But it's
I was
effective.
thinking, what was... okay, rubber band makes the most sense because I was like, it doesn't look like it's exactly connected to her, but yeah, it does look like it's kind of... I thought it was still kind of effective, you still read it pretty well, but
It doesn't ruin the illusion for me necessarily if I know if I have an idea of what's going on.
It was so fun. Like,
I thought the Landstriders were a bummer because I thought they looked really interesting.
Yeah.
But then to see them moving and they kept shooting it and the music made it seem like it was so majestic and but it looks so, it's just guys on crutches.
Yeah. Well, what bums me about that is when they ride off with the two adult and they leave the adolescent or child or whatever, because there was a child with the two when they came in, so I'm just like, great, there's a freaking orphan now. Right. Way to go.
Right, because they kill the fucking things.
Well, and that's one thing I still have a little bit of problems with this movie. Well, maybe today, and it bummed me out as I was just like, how many casualties or like deaths or like imprisonment, slavery kind of things resulted by these two people trying to accomplish the prophecy or whatever. And you've got the orphaned landstrider, and then you've got the what are those little pugly things?
Pod people? Podlings.
Podlings, thank you. But like the
potato
podlings, like
heads?
they're having a party in their little place, and all of a sudden the Garth.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, God.
Yeah, and they're like, let's go.
Yeah, we gotta.
Jen and Kira are like, we gotta get out of here. Kira,
Yeah.
especially. These are the people that raised you, and
Yes.
you're just like, I'm going with this guy now. Never mind, my village is going to get murdered to death by genocide.
Yeah.
Well, he does say this is my fault. He's like, I made this happen, and she's like, no. She says they always come. Yeah, so I assume it's like she's
forgot
like,
about that.
I assume what she's saying is like, oh, this is like just a thing that happens. Like we just run whichever way we're, like it's not that she's like, I'm
That was
picking.
impressive. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It
not.
happens once in a while that I'm able to do it.
What
It
you
made
eating
me
there?
think of Stargate, SG-1. Because they'll show up to some village, just
Oh
like
yeah.
Oh,
medieval technology, and then the fucking Goa'uld just ravage them
Yeah.
just to get at.
Yeah.
and SG-1 is like, yeah, we're gonna go. I'm sorry, we gotta go.
Yeah,
Oh, we weren't supposed to be here. I don't think.
yeah.
Bye. Have fun.
Check this
Yeah.
one off our list.
But yeah,
The politics of SG-1 is very.
Ugh. Well, I mean, the whole thing was based upon, like, the whole Stargates was based on, like, a colonization of the Goa'uld was trying to, just set up little places that they can imprison people, right? I mean, or
Well,
enslave them, whatever. But no, I still think it's amazing how certain parts were so terrifying too. Because I was
Yeah.
thinking about the podlings. The whole like you suck their essence, but
Oh
they
my
stare
God.
into. I'm like, what is this fucking crystal though, right? Like
Yeah.
this dark crystal. Why is it? Why wasn't? If it really truly was split, why wasn't there a dark crystal and a light crystal in the mystic place wherever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, there's some holes in it. In
so,
this
like-
mythology.
There's some holes in this children's movie
But
and this puppet only children's movie.
yeah, but like the whole like they moved the reflector or whatever
Yeah.
so that it like beams into their eyes and then this essence comes out of them that the Skeksis drink
The
or
adrenochrome-
that only the
adrenochrome.
emperor gets.
Oh my God.
It's so very
Pizzagate.
pizza. Jesus.
Don't tell Jim Caviezel about this movie.
Seriously, he'll make a movie
Yeah.
about him saving the podlings.
Oh, Jim Caviezel played Jesus Christ and never lets
Yeah,
anyone forget about it in the Mel
Aw.
Gibson movie. And he's a big adrenochrome believer.
And then he made a movie a
Yeah.
few years ago.
Yeah.
About it's supposed to be a biopic about
Yes.
a guy who would stage these interventions into sex trafficking, child sex trafficking rings
Yeah.
into Latin America
Yeah.
that were complete bullshit.
Yeah. It never happened.
He never rescued anyone.
Yeah.
He just raised a lot of money for himself and
Yeah.
said he was saving.
See, he cut himself shaving one day. That's
Honestly, you can raise a lot of money if you're like, this is for the kids.
Remember how he's in My Own Private Idaho too?
Who?
Caviezel.
what?
Jim Caviezel's in
Yeah, when they go to the airport, he's like the guy that they buy the ticket from or whatever.
I don't remember at all.
When they go to Italy.
I don't remember.
How old is that dude? I thought he was.
Oh no, he's
He's like my age at least,
yeah.
right?
Oh.
He's probably older than you. Let's see. Let's goo Jim Caviezel and see how Jim Caviezel. I did not know that you had it, and I was like, "How
Sorry.
did Keith do that from the bathroom?"
Wow.
Jim
Yeah, you
Caviezel
should
is-
get that looked at, Keith.
57 years old.
Hmm.
Keith's popping the top to take a piss.
Yeah. I'm sure you can hear all of that, but there it is.
Yeah,
Yep. I didn't mean to step on your catchphrase.
it's all right. It's all right. I farted in the lobby, so it's So we're
I
fine.
never hear your farts, which is amazing.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, it's hard to get the mic close
You're like,
enough.
hold on, I have to say something. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, but yeah.
here she is. Oh, 57. That's why I said it. He was at least your age.
I think he works out.
I guess he was.
Let me have a bite of that. I like the quote though. It says, "You are blessed because of your being,
Huh?
not damned because of it."
Ooh.
And that's the
Seth.
person that communicated
Yeah,
with Seth.
Seth is
That is Seth speaking.
through her right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can tell
okay.
because she doesn't have her glasses on.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? So that's like a thing? Like she'll be talking and she'll have her glasses on and then she'll take them off and
This is the first time I've ever looked
Oh.
at any of this, but in this video, it starts with an interview with Jane Roberts, and this is presumably the only film record of her
Seth.
actually channeling Seth.
Wow.
This is from 1974.
Oh, it's that late?
The film is.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Her first experience presumably was 63.
Wow. I saw her
right
talking
during
about,
the first episode of Doctor Who. Just
Yeah.
kidding. Okay.
Probably. She was in Elmira,
It goes
New
all
York.
the way to the bottom. I don't know what that means, but I'm okay with it.
Turtles all the way down.
Turlos. No, she said she was saying like the first couple years that she did it, she wouldn't sit down.
While channeling, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
while
yeah.
channeling.
Because she had heard of Edgar Casey would receive word while he was in repose. So she didn't want to do that.
Oh.
Why though?
She wanted to be different. She wanted to feel more present, I guess. I don't know.
So did you cover what Seth's whole thing was? Like what
No, I didn't cover the whole thing because I don't know the whole thing, but
No, but
I
like
gave you how it connected to the movie. As far as
But
I
no,
know.
but I mean like this person that she's channeling like what makes them so special, right? Like
Seth or Jane Roberts?
well just Seth like
Seth.
Like I could, after I'm dead, I'm gonna probably send some words through some people that are channeling
well, that's always
me,
the question with any channeler, right? Like what? So
Could
no,
be
there's
Satan?
never. He's evolved beyond the need for a body.
But okay, sure.
That's
okay.
all I know. I have not
Also-
read any of the Seth material.
Okay.
The
no,
painting,
I mean,
the painting of Seth. He was
Yeah.
not a looker.
oh,
He
No,
was
he was just.
what was
Okay.
speaking of Ned Beatty,
oh no, tragedy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. She died. She died. Oh no.
This is the behind the scenes drama that I always get to miss. Yeah. Your muff fell
Oh my
off.
god. Every bad thing that could happen has happened to Keith. Oh my god, another bikes. Oh my god.
And no, wow. Came tumbling.
You're never gonna walk
tumbling.
again, Keith. Not even on crutches.
Even on crutches. You got me with that one. Yeah, you got me with that one. Is the very popular New Age concept that your thoughts and can have physical manifestations. Yeah.
Yeah. Or womanifestations. I'm just saying. Bring it around.
Yeah. All the way to the bottom.
It goes up. That's where feelings come from.
It's true. And farts.
And
Yes.
go.
What is this a movie that you would recommend?
Me?
Oh, did we hit the 40-minute mark? No, I'm just kidding. Don't worry.
Let's see.
Just teasing.
Probably.
We've hit the 53 minute.
Do you, I don't understand. It's like your first time reading every time.
Yes, it is because there's more than one number on there, Keith. That's hard to read. Okay. And it's upside down. Like, I don't understand what these numbers are supposed to do. I always mess up. I read the hour when I'm supposed to read the minute or vice versa.
Yeah. Okay.
Fellas, would either of you two recommend?
I'd recommend it for all the technical things we were talking about. All the look at what you can do without fucking CG.
Yeah. Yeah.
What people used to do without CG. And I mean, I'm not saying it's worth it, but
Oh, see, I like the story. I like how it is done, but I was just
no, I didn't say this. I don't think.
oh
Since you've been here, but in the lobby, I said I was definitely the target age for this, and I very much wanted to see it. I'm not even sure after watching it that I've ever have seen the whole thing before now, and I definitely didn't see it before I was an adult.
Yeah.
And for sure, as a kid, it would have blown my mind. And but I found the story very. I think this is why it confused critics and freaked out parents. And the story is simple enough that it feels like the story is for kids, but the depiction is a little too graphic and scary for what, understandably, people are used to for a kid's movie. So I think that's where it's a confusing movie that way.
Yeah.
Apparently one of Henson's at least wants was he was like, yeah, well, Grimm's fairy tales are fucking scary, and I don't think it's necessarily bad for kids to be scared of the right things. So
right.
I think that was one of the things he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there's obvious pitfalls if you're doing storytelling that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
It's if you're being oversimplistic about good and evil and right and wrong, and so I think that in the end that's maybe not useful for kids because then you can easily get fooled about what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as it presents in the correct way. Anyway.
Right.
Well, I think something that it does that shows you that Skeksis are the bad guy that a lot of children's movies don't do or won't do is that they don't tell you, they kind of show you, because they're very much hurting people.
Yeah.
And they show you that they're hurting people. The Skeksis are hurting people. And that's what makes them, Jen isn't going to to heal the crystal for any reason other than he's been told that that's his calling, basically.
Right.
He's not going there to hurt Skeksis. No one's out to get the Skeksis, and they're actively trying to harm other people. They attack the Gelfling, whatever, and they kill the the Gelflings. They've killed them, and they keep being we have to kill the Gelf. They actively want to kill them, and they say that, and
because
they attack. And they attack them and stuff like that, and it's there's a lot of stuff that's for Jen, he's learning it at the same time the audience is.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't have the history,
right?
Neither do we, so he doesn't understand it. So it's very easy to put yourself in his shoes because he's learning this all at the same time you are. And he doesn't know what the Skeksis are. He doesn't know what a lot of these things are. He doesn't know what it means. So he's going into this very, he doesn't, even the scene where the one Skeksis is me friend or whatever.
Stay, friend. Prophecy caused all this trouble.
That prophecy?
Yes.
That's why Skeksis killed Gelfling?
Yes. Bad mistake. Skeksis afraid. Fear Gelfling.
But you're Skeksis.
But I am friend. Save you from Garthim.
Why?
Don't listen to him. It's a trick.
No, please. please, must listen.
He's listening because he doesn't have the history to like be afraid of this, Skeksis. Like he doesn't have the history to be afraid of it. And he's able to be more open and but you're watching them actively like drain the life out of the podlings. You're watching them like take the gelflings and you see why they want it. Like they're showing you and like what makes them scary, what makes them bad. They're not telling you that they're bad because they wear dark clothing. They're not telling you they're bad because they grew up on this side, they grew up here, like they're from this bad place. They don't do any of that. And I do think that's like a very interesting, I'm not saying they do everything perfect, but I think that that's a very like it's much more compelling of a story. And that's probably what makes it scarier, but it's much more like it is simplistic in what it's telling you. Like these people are bad because they're doing things that hurt people.
Right.
And that's what makes them bad. And I think that for kids, that's like a very easy way to show them how someone is, they're hurting people. And I think that that's a much, even though it's like scarier and sort of darker, I think that that's a much better way to show a kid who someone bad is than it is to be like, well, like the evil queen, doesn't like Snow White. And like, you're like, okay, what, why?
She's
like
jealous.
there's, like, okay, what? I don't understand, like, why is this happening? Like, there's a lot of stuff that's like, I'm sure like there isn't like a lot to read into it.
Right.
Because they're showing you directly what the Skeksis are doing that makes them dangerous and scary and bad, instead of being like, these are the scary bad Skeksis and they're bad because they do bad things. And you're like, oh no, Skeksis are bad. But then, because like a lot of times, like you watch movies as a kid and you're like, oh, this was really scary. And then you watch it as an adult and you're like, they're not doing anything bad. You're just being told repeatedly how bad they are.
Right.
And you're like, oh, that's weird.
Right.
And like, so this was like, I think for me, that's something that made this movie, like watching it like genuinely, I was like, oh my God, this is like so like heavy.
Right.
But it's not, all it's really doing is treating a kid's story like kids aren't stupid. And so I think that I feel like it holds up really well, considering it's a puppet movie from fucking 1982 with a story of like, and the thing is, they're not from there originally. Like the Skeksis and the, like, unless I misunderstood the story, like the crystal came to Earth and shattered. And that's when they leave, like, they're not supposed to be there. They came there and they ruined everything.
Oh, it's not what...
I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
Well,
but
then
like,
because they leave at the end, the joined sides are like, well, see ya.
Yeah. But like, when the crystal shattered, like they shattered the crystal, or they like either when they came there, they shattered the crystal, or like the crystal shattered when it came to, I don't know. And like, it turned everything the way that it was. That was what I understood. Like they weren't originally there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I could be totally
I could see
misunderstanding.
That. Yeah.
And
That's
so
not
like
the understanding I had. But...
Okay. And like, but it was like a long time ago. It's not something where it's like,
it's been 1,000 years.
Yeah. But anyway, whatever.
That's how long it takes for the stars to converge. Conjunction.
Yeah.
Yes. What's that function? Oh.
Another world. Another time. In the age of wonder. 1,000 years ago, this land was green and good, until the crystal cracked. For a single piece was lost, a shard of the crystal. Then strife began, and two new races appeared. The cruel Skeksis, the gentle mystics.
I would recommend, just because it's just visually, it's so, I don't know. Again, like I know I recommended Black Hole before, and then, Dark Crystal, but it's also that the visual qualities and the aesthetics are
Yeah.
like so much things that I just love.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, even if it was a terrible story, I think I would still enjoy watching
For
it.
sure, for sure.
Absolutely.
because, Yeah, there's just so many. I don't know. The Skeksis are creepy as hell. And,
Yeah.
and like just the creatures, and I don't know. Even the way that the castle or whatever you want to call it, the structure is designed, and
Yeah.
just even the little things that they're doing, like just the little lightning bolts that are shooting out from it, like in the darkness, and and especially Othra's did I do that
Agra.
right? Agra, thank you. Why can't I lock that in my head? But like even
all
that
the names
place
are like
was
that.
really that was so cool, and
Yeah.
like I kind of wish that there was a little bit more of that place when he stops by, because it's just like, oh, this is this big thing, but
How about the scene where he's looking back and it's all on fire?
oh yeah,
Oh
and
man,
how tall is that place?
I know.
But the whole like she can remove an eyeball and like look, it's very, isn't that kind of also like mythology, like being able to like, it feels
Isn't
like
that in
that's a
Shakespeare?
mythological.
Isn't that Shakespeare's witches do that or something?
Oh,
The Three
maybe.
Witches or something?
Oh,
I feel like,
don't
I'm with you in that it's...
But was it not Hercules? What's
in the Clash of the Titans?
Don't
Yeah.
they pull out?
Maybe you're right. Maybe that's what I'm
Maybe.
thinking of.
But but it's just a very isn't that like a seer is able to like remove
Yeah.
their own eye and see things beyond?
Well, but the thing is, she's the keeper of secrets, but she's got that model of the universe. So she's a scientist as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not one or the other.
right. And
Right.
she says, "I bet you don't even know what this is."
Yeah. He's like,
What's
yeah,
it for?
yeah.
Oh man, yeah. And then of course when little Fezziwig, I'm gonna just keep calling him that.
Yeah, whatever, man.
falls in, gets thrown into the pit. Sorry, spoilers. But then she's like, she hears him crawling, and then she's like poking him with the fork, like, "What are you doing out there?"
I don't remember that.
when
Yeah,
she
when he-
retrieves him because he goes into the hole, and you're like, "Oh, he's lost forever." And then she's finally gets out after she's been like pawing through all the shit. in there.
It's the rake thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it would be a
Genuinely-
rake, but I
genuinely-
saw
No,
it
I
as
was
like this
just-
weird fork thing, and I'm like, she's like just poking it,
Yeah.
and then fortunately they didn't. They left that part of actually dragging him back on off screen, because that would have been awkward.
I was like, I can't believe they just killed him. I was
Yeah, I know.
like, oh my God. And so when she was like, what are you doing in there? I was like, who could you, like, I didn't even register. I was like, who the fuck is she talking to? And then it showed him and I was like, oh, he's not dead. When they show him in all his teeth and shit, oh my
If he
God.
knows way in the
Yes.
back, he's got another set of
He's
teeth.
got another set of teeth at the back of his throat. Oh my God. It was
You're
so
gonna stay here.
That shit was so. I was like, this is effective.
Apparently, that was a character choice for her to have that pet as boyfriend repellent
That's funny.
What?
to upset the trope that like a pet is a way to do meet cutes.
Oh,
To attract.
okay.
Weird.
I mean,
Also, when they first started, the Skeksis were speaking their own con language.
Yeah.
And that got thrown out because they did some test screenings and people
They-
were like, there's
Oh.
too much reading.
Yeah, there was like a lot of. I guess there was like a lot more languages,
Yeah.
like made up languages spoken.
Yeah.
And there was like 20 minutes that they like shaved off the movie, and they dubbed like, instead of having like these different languages, they just put it in English. So like the podlings are now the only ones that had like their own language. But it was like there was like a whole thing. There was like a bunch of different. But I did.
Which is like Serbo-Croatian
Yeah,
based.
the podlings.
Yeah.
oh, okay. So, how do you say thank you? And then he'd just be like, "Thank you, thank you." to everyone.
I can't believe that guy.
You do
actually-
it so well. You
Yeah.
do
Well,
it
I
so
I
well.
probably did it as a kid too, because I was just like, "Why is this?" He's so like, mincy, schemy, kind of like, Will.
Okay, so this is like
Queer-coded.
This is in
The gourmand and the other one were kind of queer coded. I was like, ooh.
For sure.
in Jurassic Park,
What's that? Is that a theme park?
there's a scene where I can never think of his name. Sam
Neil.
He's like he has like the
He's such a bitch in that movie.
he has like a piece or something of a brachiosaurus, and he's like, oh, this is how they make their sounds, and he like blows in it, and it makes the sound is identical to the little like thing that whatever skek. Yeah, it sounds like that. So all I could think of is that every time you did it, I was like, oh my god, Jurassic Park. That's all I would think of. Because it sounds like identical to that. And I was like, what the fuck? It literally sounds
Not
like
the theme played on a flutophone or whatever?
No.
Cut to Keith putting in the Jurassic Park sound, and then the
Cut to me cutting it.
Yes.
That in. Yeah.
Cut my life into pieces, more like.
this is my last resort.
Oh, shit.
With the pistol grip, pussy's getting pistol whipped. Positive and negative, I'm on a dark crystal shit. Crystal shit. On a dark crystal shit. Pussy's getting pistol whipped.
Good luck with those brother-sister babies.